So I've got all of my items on separate layers, and I can clip this layer to the layer below it like that. If I wanted to make this appear like it's over my mom's face, because I have a portrait on this layer, I can move this around to find whatever position I wanted that to be in. Okay. If I want to unclip this, well, I can just go back in time, right? I can straight up change the whole thing. That's pretty easy to do. So then I get like some of the regular sort of picture in the background and some of it over her too, which is nice. Below this picture of the landscape is just a white copy, a white fill layer. And white layers are, they don't mix well with certain things. So if you wanted some more texture or something under there, you would need to add like something. You could just add like a gradient. Actually, I kind of like those colors, so I think I will. Just a gradient fill layer underneath. Do you see what I mean? This makes a big difference. I might actually not prefer that because, oh, this is on multiply. That'll be different. Let's move that. See what a difference that makes? Because any layer that is set to something different, like multiply or overlay, it's going to react differently. Ooh, look at that. Okay, so this is what blending modes really provide you with, just by changing the layer fill on the bottom from black to, from white to that purple to black gradient. I completely changed the overall look of my photo. Now, you might be looking at it and saying, wow, that is super dramatic and I love that and all that. But like, I wasn't going for super dramatic in this image. So that's what this whole little thing is to show you and talk about, is how you can start to combine your layers and images to create something new and exciting. So I had these three pictures here, and I wanted to make this artwork with my mom, but none of it involved like this post-nuclear war landscape, right? But I do kind of like the way that looks, and I think I could use the sky. So here is, I have it set to hard light. Before I do that, though, I need to put it back to normal, because I didn't know I was going to choose that one. And I need to duplicate this layer. Any of these layers that I'm going to start messing around with, I'm going to need to duplicate them, because it's just not a good idea to mess with things and then not have copies to fall back on, okay? So, wow, look at what a difference that makes. Oh, I don't think it was darker color. Oops, cancel, sorry. Okay, so I have all these layers that I can start playing with, and I want to just make sure that all of my choices are, going to support my focal point. So I might start playing with things like looking at how this blends with what's below it, right? So normal mode is nice and vivid, and I like that. And this one up here, I was going to kind of play with some of these overlays, see if I could get something. Oh, was it vivid, hard light or vivid light? Light, one of these nice hard mix. Ay. Look at that. Oh gosh. So these, like I said, it could be really exciting for something you want to create. You're going to want to think of how they do make a difference in your artwork. I would like to punch it up just a little, but also not make it seem like it's really, really Okay, I kind of like this linear burn even though it's a lot. Okay, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to add a mask to this top layer. And I'm going to go back to my gradient and add black. And then, I wonder if you can, no, okay. I'm going to go this way and see what happens. All right, so that made my sky a lot brighter. So I'm going to try this way instead. Yeah, I think that's what I'd like. I'd like the sky to stay bright and kind of blow out the background a little bit. All right, there we go. Now, I am wondering if I need to maybe move this layer up so that she's on top, change this layer to multiply, which is one of the transparent layers. I don't really like the way that looks. Oops, no. Oops, no. I think I'm going to have to go to overlay, which is right there. That's okay. Multiply. Did I check that one already? Yeah, it's too, like, okay. Now that I've gotten this, I'm going to choose the move, excuse me, move tool and kind of look at my placement here. She doesn't have to sit right on the bottom. You don't always want your focal point in the middle. And remember what I told you about how anytime there's a road, that's going to reinforce your focal point. So I might want to consider having her over here as the line of the road and the silos come up there. So I might put that right there. And then here's this layer, which is definitely not mixed right. So how can I blend this guy in? I really like how it looks like a frame. This has potential. Don't want to change the size or proportions too much, but I might have to a little bit. Or, of course, my other option would also be to kind of erase the piece that's going across her forehead. Okay, so this part of the transform, this transform is just like keeps the proportions. This one, the third one down, is more of like a totally free transform, and it does result in some warping. So be cautious with that. All right. Oh, shoot, I didn't like that last one. There we go. So I just hit the undo. Did you see how I was able to hit the undo? And by the way, I'm moving really slow. Okay, I like this a lot because I'm going to hit done. I like this a lot because of the way that it's getting smaller as it goes down and also goes along the path of the road. Okay, so on this, I'm going to pick up a mask instead of an eraser. The reason I would do that is because I might change my mind. And if I use an eraser, then I would never get back the information that I would remove forever. Okay, so I don't know why that's coming out so tiny. Oh, because I'm on a lighten mode. Oh, there we go. Okay, so first thing I'm doing is getting rid of that one branch that was across her face because that seemed like a little too much to me. And then down here, I got to figure out what I want to do because look at how much is crossing there. So I think what I'm going to do is bring this down a little bit, and I'm going to use pressure. No, I don't want to do that. I want to just really lightly. Oh, that was pretty good actually. Just take some off so it's like fading in and fading out there. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Now, only question I have left is if this green is too harsh. So I think I'll come over here to this one because this is the one that makes it green, although that is not very pretty either. All right, I'm going to come to this one. I'm going to add a clipped adjustment of hue saturation. And let's see. That is not, oh. Well, that's kind of a bummer. Do you see how it's changing everything? I should have seen that coming. Oh, that's kind of nice, actually. But I didn't want strawberry fields forever, or all this other stuff that's going on. So I have a decision. I can select the sky and the ground and manipulate them separately. Because like I said, I wasn't really going for like whacked out crazy town here like that. Like I wasn't really looking for that level of distortion. Oh man, but look at how different that looks now when I come back. This is my actual picture. And that is not really what I want it to look like. But that was an eye-opener. So now if I go to my picture layer with her and add a mask and start painting with black, what's happening? Ooh, gross. Okay, so I did the wrong way. I need to go with white. And I think like what I'm trying to do here, boy, this is tricky when you're working on, oh, I can't paint more white on white. Oh, maybe I need to do it on this layer. Trying to get some of the scuzzy stuff off her face and maybe bring a little bit of, nope, it's not bringing any of that back. Okay. If this was a live lesson, I would ask right now what people's suggestions were. Okay. It's a bird on my window.